Yolan True and welcome to another exciting day in our galaxy, and today we have another episode of our little A to Z officer series, although we are already at W here. And today we will talk about Wesley Crusher. He's another rare officer, and as usual we will talk about the basics first. He's class engineering, which means you need engineering badges to upgrade him. He's from the group Next Generation Crew, which means if he's captain he can get synergy from others of that crew, or can give synergy to a captain of that crew if he's on the bridge. And he's from the faction Federation. That means you need Federation faction credits to upgrade him. And if you don't know Wesley Crusher, which I don't think anybody does, but nevertheless, as usual, there is a text in the info box about this officer, and Wesley was in the Next Generation and even in Picard in one of the seasons, and that was before his brother appeared there. And so if you don't know him, have a look here. As you could already hear, he does have a captain maneuver and an officer ability. The captain maneuver is when the bow breaks. That's the name of a very early episode in Next Generation, by the way. And that means that Wesley Crusher increases weapon damage against hostiles and armadas by 100% of crew attack. And that brings us already to where and when Wesley is helpful. If you are lucky to get him early, which is not very easy, we'll get to that in a second, but if you are lucky to get him quite early in the game, he will be part of your very first Armada crew with some other Next Generation officers, and about another one of those we will talk about this week as well, or on Monday I guess we will talk about Worf. And this is kind of your starting point with Armadas. That was long before all the new fancy new Armada crews came in with Cisco and with Chakotay. And for a long time, the Next Generation crew was the most important one. And Wesley is definitely a part of it because of that. And he also has an officer ability where he increases his own stats by 70%. So when he's captain of an Armada crew, for example, he also increases his own stats by 70%, so makes himself a bit stronger. That has to do with the Traveler. You've seen that in the name of the ability. And I just didn't say it because once in a while, it doesn't happen that often, but once in a while, me as a non-native speaker sometimes don't know how to pronounce stuff. And the Travelers is easy, but is it Scion, like in science, or is it Skyon? So all the English native speakers out there, please help me out about the pronunciation of his officer ability. Nowadays, of course, I don't use him like that anymore. If we do multiple Armadas, we had last Thursday, we had kind of some multiple Armada madness. You know, there's always the Apex event. Now, there's also the Vindicator event where I have to do Armadas, and we did other Armadas as well in the evening. I needed every Armada crew I could get. So those are cases where I still would use the Armada crew from Next Generation. But otherwise, he's usually going here, and that is... I just realized I haven't done that, and I should have done that. So I will quickly give him a little boost here as well, because usually... as a rare officer, he does have two traits for away team assignments. That's resourceful and genius, and I need both of them at the moment. Not every time, but over and over, and that's why I'm sending him, and that's why he's really important for me still, because I was waiting to upgrade the genius. I didn't know I gathered so many of those in such a short time again. That's why I just did that with the upgrading. But those are two I really need very often, and that's where I use Wesley Crusher nowadays. But if you are still on a level where you don't have the Cisco crew or the Chakotay crew, and you need something for Armadas, have a look at the Next Generation officers and let us know if you are using them at the moment, how satisfied you are with them. Of course, you want to know how to get him. In this case, that's why I said if you're a bit lucky, because he's in what I always call the overcrowded recruit section. That's the ultra recruit section. Somewhere in here, among all these loads of officers, there is Wesley Crusher, but the chance of getting him, you see that I haven't upgraded him too much yet. It's not that easy, but if you're a bit lucky, you might get him. And he's in the second one that we will probably have this weekend before the new arc, and that will be the Crucible of War. And depending on your level, you will have 1 or 2 recruitment sections here. There, Wesley Crusher is in as well. And as I said earlier, let us know what you used Wesley for, if you have him or if you used him in the past. And either you can do that in the comments below the video or on Discord, where everybody is welcome as well. And if you want to see another video right now, the next one is right here in the end screen. I'll see you there. I'll be back.